Hello and welcome back to Conquest Creations. In today's game we have a competitive match between the Reclamation of Osgiliath army list and the Rise of the Necromancer. This is a 600 point game. Let's meet our players and get into it.
Hi everyone, my name's Al. Been on the channel before, but it has been a little while. I'm coming back today to play 600 points and I'm bringing the Reclamation of Osgiliath. I love this army because the theme of Boromir and Faramir together, just kind of holding out against all odds, is a really fun theme. That I love that scene in the movie where you get the flashback after they won the battle, and I'm hoping to recreate that today. So I've got Boromir, and I've paid for all the kit on him. He's got the banner, the horse, the shield. I've got Faramir. I have 8 rangers and a ton of warriors of Minas Tirith with either spears and shield or just shields. That gets me up to 31 models. So the two brothers, Boromir and Faramir, actually get to share each other's might, will, and fate, as long as they're within 3 inches of each other. So there is real incentives for keeping them together. I also do get Mountain Dweller on all my models, and once per game I can call for Gondor, which is a +1 to wound for all the troops within 6 inches of Boromir.
Hey guys, it's Alex and I'm one of the GOATs from Mountain Goat Gaming. And I'm here today to play with the Rise of the Necromancer and just give it a shot. My collection's a little bit limited in terms of Hunter Orc, so I've had to make a bit of a weird list. So I've got the Necromancer, he's accompanied by the Witch King, Camul the Easterling, and the Lingering Shadow. Then I have 3 spiders, 2 of the Hunting Spiders, 1 of the Mirkwood ones, and then as many Hunter Orcs as I could fit in. The rules for the army haven't changed too much. The Necromancer still gets to cast 2 spells a turn. The main change here are the Ringwraiths and the Hunter Orcs. The Ringwraiths lost a point of might. Camul's better with his 2-handed weapon, but now the Necromancer can spend a will to help them resurrect. The Hunter Orcs are now nowhere near as consistent with only getting the attack on the charge. Hopefully we'll see if we can test their limits.
The board that we're playing on today is the outskirts of Tor Ithalas. It's the edge of a once noble and bright city that over time has been destroyed further and further by the forces of darkness. If you like this terrain and you want to get it for yourself, then I've got great news for you. We've put together a bundle called the Borderlands of Tor Ithalas, and it contains every single STL file you need to 3D print this exact board. The regular price of all of these pieces would be about $90 US, but we're doing a massive discount for this bundle, and it's going to cost just $25. That's almost 75% off, and this is just going to be for a limited time. It's going to run until the end of February, and after that, it's no longer going to be available. If $25 US still sounds too expensive for all of this terrain, then you can join our Patreon page where you'll get a 15% off coupon. And if you join the Patreon at the Conquest Champions tier, then every single month we release a bundle of terrain. This month, it's our Ruins of Raven Peak, and it only costs about $12 US to join that Patreon. That means if you join the Conquest Champions tier and buy this bundle using that coupon, you can get all of this terrain for just $33 US. And not only that, but you're also going to help Conquest Creations grow so that we can make more videos just like this one. All right, let's get into this game. The scenario for today is Destroy the Supplies. In Destroy the Supplies, each player has 3 objectives in their deployment zone. The enemy player's goal is to move into base contact with these and destroy them. Each supply marker is worth 3 points. You also get an extra point if you've destroyed more supplies than your enemy, as well as banner points, breaking the enemy, and killing their leader, which means that Boromir is going to be the key character here. Not only is he the leader, but he also is carrying a banner, meaning that he is a huge victory point swing.
He's a bit lower model count, which means I can hopefully control the game in the early turns, but the Necromancer and those Ringwraiths hanging around till the end of the game really worry me.
Al today has brought the Reclamation of Osgiliath, and unfortunately this is a really tough matchup for me. He's got 12 more models, 8 bows, 2 really big heroes, and that heroic resolve once he breaks is going to make it really hard for my magic to get through. My Necromancer is going to have to do a lot of work, and the Ringwraiths will have to do the same.
So Alex, you've won the roll-off for priority and you've given it to Al, but what are we doing here?
So before we do any heroics or actual moving, the Lingering Shadow will get to move using his special rule, so he'll be able to teleport within 3 inches of his current location. So we'll just put him right there. And he'll be able to move normally as well when he gets to his activation.
And then that goes straight into Al's move.
Absolutely.
I like destroy the supplies because I do have a slightly higher model count. So I do think I can definitely control the board with greater models, but again, just those ring wraiths sticking around to the end will prove to be troublesome.
So the Lingering Shadow's moved up a full 6 inches. I want to try and drag away as many of Al's forces to that flank as possible. Meanwhile, the rest of my force have moved up, the Ring Wraiths and Sauron right in the front to try and take any bow shots that Al fires their way. Meanwhile, the Mirkwood Hunting Spiders are sitting just within their woodland terrain piece, which means that Al's forces cannot see them at all.
My first 5 shots on the left flank are going to shoot at the Hunter Orcs within the ways from the Ring Wraiths.
It's a good start. So 4 up in the ways here. 2 go through. So we'll do the one on the Ring Wraith first, see if we can get a kill on a 6. Nope. And 2 on the Hunter Orcs need 5s to take them off. That's 1 kill.
Took the rest of my shots on the right flank, didn't get any kills.
And Alex won the priority roll for this turn. What are you going to do?
So I've given priority to Al again. I really want to see where he moves. But I'm going to start with the Lingering Shadows teleport. There's some choices. I could go into the building or I can go up the main side. I think I'm going to go towards the middle. I don't want Al to start jumping around the place. So within 3 inches, which means it's kind of 4 inches.
All right, and then that goes to your move, Al.
The warriors on the right flank are just moving across to defend the far supplies because I don't want anything fast to come and quickly destroy it. So I moved Faramir and his archers on the right half because I think I can get them into a better position for later turns. I've still got Boromir staying out of line of sight so he doesn't get targeted by magic and shooting. It would be a shame to lose his horse. And my rangers on the left flank have stood still while the shield wall advances slowly.
It is the Necromancer's turn to move. He's going to move up a full 6 inches. We don't want to have to worry about bow shots or anything. We're going to start our first spell with a Chill Soul on the knight hiding behind the lines of the Minas Tirith shield wall. 2 will being spent, 5s to wound him with a Chill Soul. And that knight of Minas Tirith is deceased.
The Necromancer has an ability where he can cast 2 spells per turn. Are you going to do that, Alex?
I am. I'd love to limit the amount of shots and damage I take on my Hunter Orcs. I need to make it to combat relatively safely. So we're going to do a Compel on the Ranger just in the middle of that formation. Hopefully it means I can put him in front of his allies and they won't be able to shoot through him.
All right, let's see it.
So 1 will be expended, so that means 2 dice. And a 5 is good enough, despite that cocked dice. So I'm going to move him 3 inches forward, just right into that gap and make it really difficult for you to shoot through there. So after Sauron had used all his magical abilities, we've moved up the rest of the formation. Those spiders have just tucked away into the forest. Again, they can't be targeted because they're in woodland terrain. The rest of the Hunter Orcs are just Congo lining behind the Ring Wraiths.
In the shooting phase, the model that was compelled is still able to shoot thanks to the new addition. All the shots came in and managed to take out 2 Hunter Orcs. Alex then had 3 shots from his Hunter Orcs going back at the Rangers, but didn't manage to get a kill. Priority this turn went to Al, and he decided to give it to Alex. So you've got to move, but the first thing is the Lingering Shadow. Where's he going to end up?
A lot of choices. I think this turn, though, we're going to teleport straight forward towards Faramir.
Oh, okay. So just going for it.
Yep. Let's see what he can do.
That then goes to your regular move, and what is the Lingering Shadow going to do?
I'm going to go ahead. The Lingering Shadow is going to charge straight into Faramir and his Ranger friend there. If they want to go in and overwhelm him, I don't mind. If he doesn't do it, I might have a shot at doing some damage to him. So I really wanted to get into combat. I can't take another round of shooting. Those first 2 turns using 3 Hunter Orcs is quite disastrous, so I need to get into combat. I'm going to do that by compelling that Ranger forward again. I cast it on 3s. Even though I'd like to use more will points, I really want to conserve them. I'm going to spend 1 will, going down to 21, but I get 2 rolls to get a 3. And we do cast it, thankfully.
That'll do it. Okay, so that Ranger is going to move forwards.
Yep, he's going to move forward to full 3 inches. Thank you, Al. It'll be worth it, I promise.
And then the Necromancer's turn to move, and is he just charging straight forwards?
He's going to charge into combat. I'm probably going to put him right at the back, just so I can let my other warriors and things get to the other side of them. Surrounded him with 3 of my 4 heroes. Threatening a heroic combat this turn, I'll see if Al wants to either try and charge into those wraiths to stop me, or allow himself to get hit by hopefully some really good heroes.
What I did was move out of charge range for next turn. I don't want any heroic combats coming into me this turn. I understand the spider can probably still get in, but I'm okay with those odds. That means the rangers can still shoot if they have targets. Boromir is setting up just outside of 6 inches for next turn as well, as he didn't have line of sight this turn to charge. I also managed to, in the fight against the Lingering Shadow, get 2 more Warriors of Minas Tirith to join that fight, just to even up Faramir's odds.
And what are these 4 guys doing?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't mention them. They're actually trying to sneakily go destroy the supplies, so actually play the mission.
Shooting this turn was completely ineffective with neither army doing any damage at all. Going into the combat phase, any heroics to declare, Alex?
Yeah. It's going to be the Necromancer points.
Alright, so that is a heroic combat declared with the Necromancer. Let's go straight into it. Alright, Al, set the bar with your ranger here. It's a 2, that's not good.
Lots of dice. Lots of 6s.
There we go. Alright, can you get the kill? Just
Let's
roll
do
any random
Cool.
number of dice.
Yay!
Yep. And just to clarify, Alex did say if he lost that fight, he was going home, so I'm glad that this game continues.
We've got some things to do in order to do what I want. So we're going to get this Hunter Orc to move out of the way, but get ready to charge next turn. Now we've got 2 wraiths, the Necromancer and the Mirkwood Spider. We are going to get the Witch King to pop up right up here, right in the face of your army. Mirkwood Spider is going to go climb all over the things, charge into Boz, but before he does so, I'm going to use my webs. On a 5 or 6, I hit you and you are paralyzed.
This is a huge roll.
If I do get it, it gives me a chance. Boz will be down for at least, hopefully, a turn. Nothing.
Not good enough, but it was worth it to send it on that one for sure. We've got the Spider versus Boz. Let's see it.
The Spider gets a 5 high.
Ooh,
Do you
ooh.
think that does it?
That maybe wins the fight.
Only a 9,
I don't know, I better use my banner reroll.
Don't roll on 6.
Oh, wow. Can you get the kill? You need Force to Wound. And it's got 2 wounds. And that's the kill.
The spider is dead.
And the last fight this turn is the Lingering Shadow fighting Faramir and a bunch of dudes. Do you want to set the bar with the Shadow?
Will do. We're on a 3.
It's not fantastic.
Oh, it's all we need.
Faramir's on the blue dice.
That'll do it.
6.
Can you get the kill?
5s with Faramir, 6s with everyone else.
Yeah, 5's on the blue.
That'll be 1 wound on the Lingering Shadow.
But he's not dead, folks.
So whenever the Nazgul of Dol Guldur die, they don't just die like normal models, do they, Alex? What happens instead?
When they take a wound, they get removed, not as a casualty yet, and we'll place a marker there. In the next turn, we're going to be doing unholy resurrection rolls to see if they come back to life. So the Lingering Shadow is now going to attempt to resurrect after the priority roll. I need a 2 or more because I am within range of the Necromancer. I rolled a 4. He will resurrect anywhere within 6 inches of where he died.
Al won priority and has decided to take it. So where is the Shadow going to go?
I think I'm going to put him right there. Maybe not within... Actually, I can go right here. So as long as I'm not touching another model, that's fine. I don't want to get cavalry charged by Boromir. I don't want him tagging 2 of my wraiths at the same time. But he's going to stand there and be a nuisance, and that'll be good. I'm happy with that.
And then after your Unholy Resurrection, you can use the Lingering Shadow's teleporting ability to position him even further, so he's just there to keep the Necromancer safe now. That goes into the heroics. Are there anything to declare here?
The Witch King is going to call a heroic move to allow the Necromancer and his buddies to move first. I'm also hoping to draw some might out of Boromir, hopefully.
Boromir's also going to call the move. He's got enough might on his store to contest this turn.
Fantastic. All right, that'll go to a roll-off. And here's the roll-off. A 1, 2, 3 goes evil. Goes to the evil side.
Awesome, so the Witch King has to move first. We're going to get him to go forward and go into these 2 ranges. I just changed my mind. We're going to have the Kamul the Easterling go into... Oh, only 1. I guess I don't mind if they want to try and charge me and do some courage tests. And the Lingering Shadow will also charge... No matter what, I'm charging Boromir, so let's do it. I'll hit Boromir, leave that ranger sitting there. Necromancer will go next. He has to move up. Not at all, but I've got some spells to cast and I probably need to cast them this turn, so let's do it. I'll do the first thing, which is a Transfix onto Boromir. Transfix onto Boromir. We get a 6.
All right, do you want to resist that, Al?
I've decided I am going to throw 1 will at trying to resist a spell. I do need a 6.
That is not a 6.
Would you like to spend 4 might, Al?
No, I'm not spending 4 might.
Fair enough.
All right,
Boromir's transfixed this turn.
ouch.
So we're also going to pop a second spell. I know I'm running through the Necromancer's will, but as soon as he gets charged, I'm going to be not being able to cast any spells, and some spells are better than no spells. So I'm going to do a 2 will Chill Soul at the Night. I know it's a lot of will. I don't care.
Ooh.
And I could do a 2 high. That does not cast.
Beautiful. And this is the board at the end of that heroics that goes into your move, Al. So starting with these 4 troops, and these guys are very important because they're obviously going for the objectives.
I started by moving Faramir across closer to Boromir. This means Boromir is going to be able to borrow Faramir's stats if he needs to for this turn of combat, and next turn I'm going to have the brothers fighting together. And then if we're looking at the right flank, I started engaging with some of the Hunter Orcs, and a lot of my warriors of Minas Tirith purposefully placed themselves behind the Ring Wraiths, not to charge them, but just to trap them.
So we've just had some Hunter Orcs kind of shift around the battlefield. I understand Al's probably going to get at least 1 supply, but we're going to make it difficult. Otherwise, we've countercharged on my far right flank. The spiders have now moved up. One's engaged, one's chilling on top of that rock formation, ready to either replace his fallen brethren if he goes down, or charge around the flanks if he survives next turn.
The shooting phase this turn was completely uninteresting, and are there any heroics from either of you guys?
I'm not calling any. I could strike up with the Lingering Shadow, but it'd be my only might point, and I'm probably not going to win the fight anyway, so happy where I am.
All right, and none from you, Al?
None from me.
Beautiful, let's get straight into it. The first fight saw a Hunter Orc go down. So this next fight is the Witch King fighting 2 Rangers. The Witch King's won it. Alex, can you get a kill?
We've got a banner, right?
Oh, true. Oh, classic banner reroll.
Witch King will be trapped, so you'll need 6s. And I do go down. Obviously, hopefully not forever. I'll replace him with a resurrection token.
So Kamul has won that. He is two-handing, but in the new edition, a 6 will stay as a 6. Can he kill this 1 warrior of Minas Tirith?
Kills him.
Absolutely. And the next Ring Wraith is Boromir, who's transfixed, fighting the Lingering Shadow.
I'm on a 4.
I get the 6, so Boromir's okay.
Cool. The Lingering Shadow is also okay. Just back away.
Nice. Would have been a good opportunity to kill Boromir's horse, but it wasn't meant to be. The next fight on the flank saw 2 warriors of Minas Tirith go down and no damage being done to the evil side. At this stage in the game, both armies have lost 5 models going into next turn. So Alex, you won the priority roll. Who are you giving it to?
So I'm going to take it for sure.
All right.
We've just rolled to resurrect the Witch King, who died to a couple warriors. I get 6 inches to place him. There's a lot of options. I think I'm going to put him all the way back here, touching the objective. If Al wants to stop me getting it, he's going to have to come back and charge me. The Lingering Shadow will also activate, so he'll get his 3-inch teleport. I think I'm going to place him just slightly like there, so there's no infantry gap there, but still kind of getting in the way of Boromir.
I've actually called a heroic move with Boromir. Would you like to counter?
That's a really good question. I've got a lot of things in range of Kamul. That might be a really good one. Kamul also call a heroic move in response. He gets a lot of the things I want to move.
And this is a big roll off. 1, 2, 3 goes evil. 4, 5, 6 goes good. Alex, it's all up to you.
I'm so good at rolling low. It's all good.
Boromir's going to take a courage check and charge the Lingering Shadow, I think.
Yep, makes sense. And easy pass for him there.
Next, I'm going to have Faramir take a courage check and charge the Lingering Shadow also.
So Faramir, for his courage test, he rolled a 3, which means he failed by 1. Al, what did you do to make him still charge?
It was a toss-up of what heroic stats I was going to use, but because he's within 3 inches of Boromir, I was actually happy to use one of Boromir's points of might, and that's just because I'm going to have so many spells coming at me this turn. I think I need to save the will.
Absolutely makes sense.
And then I really just needed to cancel the heroic and just stop those Ring Wraiths moving where they wanted. So I was fortunate enough to pass my courage checks and get a few troops charging them.
All right, and here's the big play coming.
The spider will come in, travel 10 inches down the rock face, and absolutely get into that objective.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything that can be done here. Maybe there's a heroic combat that could happen that could do something crazy, but it looks like that supply market is going to be destroyed this turn.
So the Necromancer obviously has his 2 spells, got a bunch of will. Only one model has charged the Kamul the Easterling. So my plan is if I can chill soul him, Kamul can then move again, charge somewhere else, and hopefully do some damage. 16, I'm going to go down to 14.
All right, so you're using 2, and that gives you a free one for this Chill Soul.
Absolutely, so I need 5s for an auto wound. I get a 6, which will
Done.
insta-kill him.
So Al, if you take that model out, beautiful. And now Kamul is free to move, but the Necromancer does have to finish his move first.
That is correct. So before I keep going, I will do a 1 dice transfix onto Boromir.
All right, so 1 dice turns into 2 dice. Takes you down to 13,
Down to
Will.
13. On a 6 again.
Ooh,
Brilliant.
that is a
Can't complain.
good result. Al, will you be resisting this?
I will be resisting, and this turn I think I'm going to throw 2 of Faramir's will.
Okay,
So
they're
he's
within
down
3,
to
so they can share. Let's see it.
6 to resist. Oh.
No.
Boromir is transfixed. I'm not prepared to put 3 might into.
You can
stopping
share
the
it
spell.
though.
Yeah.
I can share it, but that's that's half the might I've got left on the board, so I just don't think it's worth it.
Fair enough.
Gonna come around here, sit by the campfire. It's nice and warm there, and he's got a nice spot to look at everything else.
And at the end of the turn, everything else has moved. So the lines are well and truly clashed in there. Everything's a bit all over the place, but the important thing is that supply market is in strife, so Alex will be in the lead at the end of this turn. Down on this flank, the Warriors of Minas Tirith are advancing, and they are getting closer to these objectives. And there's only 2 Hunter Orcs versus 6 Warriors and a Knight protecting all 3 of these backfield objectives. The first fight is Boromir fighting Kamul. Let's see how this goes. Do you want to set the bar, Alex?
Sure. I'm 2. I hit the 96.
It's a 6, stays as a 6.
I'm on a 6 as well.
Oh.
Fight 7 prevails.
And Boromir is, of course, transfixed, so that's the fight over. All right, next fight is the Lingering Shadow versus Faramir. Let's see it.
5 in the tray. 5 in the tray.
I want a 5 also, and I'm high at 5. Okay, I'll make strikes.
Thank you.
It's going to be 5s on the blue dice, 6 on the red.
Stunning.
Gets the wound.
And the Lingering Shadow is taken out and replaced with a token. That means he's got a lot of movement, so Alex probably isn't too unhappy about that. And the rest of the fights raged, and Al lost a Ranger and a Warrior of Minas Tirith, and Alex only lost 1 Hunter Orc, so looking surprisingly good for the Rise of the Necromancer there. And at the end of this turn, it's very exciting for you, Alex. This supply marker has been destroyed. So that means that the Rise of the Necromancer is currently in the lead. So the priority roll this turn went to Al, but we had to start with the Unholy Resurrections. Alex rolled a 1 on this, so what did you do?
So now because of the new edition, I don't have to spend the Nazgul's might points. I can use the Necromancer's will to make that improve. So I've spent it, goes up to a 2, and now it gets to resurrect.
Nice. Where is the Lingering Shadow going to place?
That's a fantastic question. I think I'm going to make some crazy plays. I'm going to teleport all the way out here.
Oh, that is absolutely the right play. Gotta play the objective.
So he's going to go, yeah, as long as he's within 6 inches of his marker, he's just within 6 there. And then before any heroics are declared at the start of the move phase, he will teleport
Absolutely.
and jump within 3 inches, again, all the way over here.
Beautiful. So within 3 is effectively a 4-inch move, and all of a sudden he's threatening that back objective now as well. And then that goes into the movement phase. Are there any heroics to declare?
I will almost certainly be calling a heroic move. Let's check my might store. So I'm going to go with the Necromancer. He'll spend a might and go down to 1 might in the store.
All right, so he's 1 might with 12 will.
As Boromir and Faramir are safe from being charged from the heroic move, I'm not going to spend any might, so I can react.
So I did a 1 will transfix on Boromir. So on 2 dice, got a 5 high.
And then, Boromir, what did you do?
I only threw 1 will point at it, and I got a 3.
Yikes.
Now, I need Boromir to be doing something this turn, so what I actually did was put a point of might from each brother into it to get off the resist this turn.
That's huge. So what does that put your stats down to on these guys?
Each of the brothers still has 2 points of might. They've all got 1 point of will as well, and they haven't spent any fate yet.
All right. And Alex, that's still the Necromancer's move. What's he going to do
I
next?
still have one more spell, and I think I'm just going to keep being annoying him. I can't do another transfix, though, which is annoying. I'd love to kill another troop. There are lots of options, but one of them that's calling to me is getting rid of this damn knight in my back rank. So I'm going to move about 3 inches across and throw a...
1 dice chill soul takes you down to 10 will.
Yep. It also means
Just
my
go here.
Nazgul resurrection for next turn, assuming I don't get charged or charged this turn, will still be 12 inches.
All right, you need a 5 here.
Gets it.
Huge, 2/5, so that knight is taken out. Massive play. That's not what I was expecting, but I really like that. Here is the board after that heroic. As you can see, a lot of the Gondorians are tied up, including Boromir, but that goes into Gondor's regular movement. And here we are at the end of the move phase. This was a massive one. As you can see, Faramir is fighting against Khamûl down there. But as we zoom out to look at the whole table, we can see that Al has made a ton of progress on these objectives. There is one warrior of Minas Tirith that is very close to this supply marker to destroy it. And then they're all spreading out going into battle there. The Lingering Shadow is also fighting this warrior of Minas Tirith on this objective. Now, he won't be able to destroy it if he kills that model, but if he kills that model next turn, there's nothing Al can do to stop Alex from destroying another supply token. All right, let's get into the combat phase.
So this turn I've used my once per game ability, which is called For Gondor. Basically, any troops within 6 inches of Boromir get +1 to wound for the rest of the fight phase.
Alex has declared a heroic combat with the Witch King and the Spider against this one warrior of Minas Tirith, and in response, Boromir has called one, so Boromir and the Witch King are both down to 1 might point. The roll-off went to the Witch King, so let's see this fight first.
I'll set the bar, I'm going to shield. I'm on a 5.
Witch King on the Sill dice. I do get 6s.
Nice, classic Sill dice, and can you get the kill?
It's just all 5s, I think. Gets him
Yep.
3 times. Come around to there.
All right, the next fight is Boromir fighting one Hunter Orc.
Hunter Orc, 2 attacks, gets a 3 high. Surely Boromir can't do that. Okay, you did it.
I get the 5. The Hunter Orc's pretty trapped in there, so I'm going to get a lot of strikes. Let's see if I kill him on the first round.
Anything on 4s.
That'll
He
do
does
it.
die. I think Boromir's maybe just going to charge the Witch King.
And the next fight is the Lingering Shadow fighting this warrior of Minas Tirith. This is probably the most important fight of this turn, because if the Lingering Shadow gets the kill, that objective will be his. So let's see it. Shielding with the warrior of Minas Tirith.
It's a buff on me. That is a 6. I'm on a 2. Can't do much about that.
All right, so the Lingering Shadow just backs up.
Back away this time.
This fight phase was ugly for the Rise of the Necromancer. They lost a Spider and 2 Hunter Orcs in the main battle lines, but then the big drama came down in the backfield where both of the defending Hunter Orcs got slain. In return, Alex did manage to get a couple kills, taking off 2 of Al's models, but that might not be enough. We have Faramir fighting Khamûl, and then Boromir fighting the Witch King still to go. All right, we're starting off with Faramir fighting Khamûl. Alex, set the bar here.
Let's go. Hit a 6.
Nice.
A 6.
Okay, I need a 6 to win this.
That's not a
Not
6.
yet. I do have a banner.
Don't you dare.
No.
Okay, do you want to spend a point of might on that?
I will spend a point of might because Faramir doesn't want to take the damage.
All right, that's
So-
fair enough.
Each of the brothers are down to 1 point of might.
Yeah, so just 1 for Faramir. He'll win that on fight value. Can he get the kill?
Yep.
Faramir needs a 5. The other guy also needs a 5 for the 4 Gondor special rule.
You get
That'll
2
do it.
wounds.
And that means that next turn, Khamûl, if he does resurrect, which is looking very likely, he'll be able to place anywhere nearby, which might end up being beneficial for Alex anyway.
Go. Witch King on the bosom, right?
Yep, let's see what happens with the Witch King. You set the bar.
Set the bar. That's on a 5.
Ooh,
on a 4.
you have a
I
banner.
do have a banner. It's a 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does the Witch King want to spend his last point of might?
He's in such a good spot. Yeah, I'm up. I'm somehow flipped. We're equal on might in the main thing. Lingering Shadow still go on. I'm gonna spend.
Wow. All right, is Boromir going to counter spend there?
He is. But he's going to spend Faramir's might.
Yeah, it's fine, baby.
Okay, so
It's
you've
fine,
got
baby.
1 might left in the army, and it's on Boromir.
Yep.
Can he get the kill?
It's
Yep,
pretty dead.
he's dead. And going into this turn, Alex has been broken, while Al's army is 4 models away from broken. This game ends on quarter, so it could be close to over here. Al won the roll-off to get priority this turn, but before we do any heroics or anything like that, we need to see the resurrections. So who are you going to start with, Kamul or the Witch King?
Kamul all the way back here, because he's within 12 of the Witch King, so he'll get the +1. I've rolled a 5, he will resurrect within 6 inches. And we're going to get him and put him all the way back here, reset our ring race, and we just need to pick up some just wounds and break Al eventually.
All right, and then the Witch King's next.
He's rolled another 5.
So he's coming back as well.
And he will also be jumping right there.
So Alex, you've also called a heroic with the Necromancer, and Al hasn't counted. So the Necromancer's out of might. Are you out of might in your whole army?
No, the Lingering Shadow right on the other flank has 1 point of might. Hopefully I can use that to eventually kill that one warrior and take that supply and burn.
All right, fantastic. So that just goes into the Necromancer.
Transfix on Boromir, I got a 4. You have a will on him and a will on Faramir.
He'll use Faramir's will point.
And a 4 will resist that. So Boromir's not transfixed. The Necromancer can do another spell, but he's currently down to 9 will points.
Yep, I will follow it up with another spell. I need to do something this turn. It's probably going to be a Chill Soul.
And a 4 won't cast it. So that's just the end of your move now. And a lot of movement has been done. In fact, we're at the end of the movement phase here. Starting out, as you can see, everything is just clashing in there. And the strat here that Al's following is, as long as he doesn't quarter Alex this turn, he can definitely win this game at this stage because of these objectives. But if Alex quarters this turn, it could be a different story. All of it depends on what happens here. The Lingering Shadow is touching the supply marker, and that Warrior of Minas Tirith is not currently fighting him. He has to pass a courage test. If he fails, then that supply marker will be destroyed and Alex has a chance to win. If he passes, then Alex has got a tall mountain to climb. All right, let's see it. He is courage 3.
He fails.
That is a fail. All right, there is hope for the forces of evil. So this was a clutch fight phase. A lot of things needed to go right or wrong, depending on your perspective, for this game to end here, but it didn't happen. Alex did get close to breaking Al. He was 2 models off breaking him in the end. So we're going to go into another turn, but before that we have some supply markers to destroy. The Lingering Shadow destroys the first one, meaning that Alex has destroyed 2 of them. And then Al will destroy the central one, meaning Al's only destroyed 1. So it's very, very close in here, but there is another turn. And the priority roll this turn went to Alex, but before any movement, he's doing his teleport with the Lingering Shadow. And Al, are there any heroics to declare in here?
I'm not going to declare any heroics. I got 1 point of might, and it doesn't actually get me enough.
So Alex, you're going with the Necromancer, and there's this one Warrior of Minas Tirith close to this back objective. He's within 12 of the Necromancer. What are you going to do about it?
I think I'm going to Chill Soul this one dude at the back that's going for my objective. I'm going to do 3 dice from the store and the 1 free for my Legion bonus.
Nice, that's going to take you down to 5 will remaining.
Yeah, that'll be right.
All right, can you get a 5?
I get it.
Yes,
on
you
one
can.
of them.
All right, so that means this model in here has been slain. Can you take him out for me?
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
What's the Necromancer doing next?
I'm going to throw a Compel, 1 dice at this lad. I need to get 1 more kill to break him, and I want to keep him off my objective. So the Necromancer's going to come over here. I'm going to get out of 6 inches of the dudes behind me, and then throw it. I need a 3. I get a 4.
Yep. Well, that was bold to move the Necromancer before rolling, but it worked out.
So after the Necromancer has moved and cast his spells, we've had the Spider jump into those back 2. Either, hopefully I'll kill some, or he has to charge me and sit there fighting me for a bit while shielding.
A very important move was this one Warrior of Minas Tirith has now touched that supply marker, so it will be destroyed at the end of this turn, meaning that the supplies will be 2 all. And here is the board at the end of the movement phase. Neither player has called any heroic action, so it gets straight into the fight phase. Al is 1 model off breaking. The first fight was this Spider, but the Spider won, pushed the Warriors back, but didn't get a kill. The next fight is Kamul the Easterling going up against Boromir. That will go to Boromir. Kamul is two-handing, so that 5 turns into a 4, so Boromir has won it. Final turn of the game. No, not anything so far. The next one is the Witch King fighting against Faramir.
I'll set the bar. Faramir's on the blue dice. And I have
You've
a
got
6.
6s there, and the Witch King's only on a 5. He doesn't have any might, so that goes to Faramir.
He's trapped, so I do get to throw a lot of dice to try and kill him.
And that is the Witch King taken off the battlefield. The Lingering Shadow in his fight won, but didn't manage to get the wound even though he had a might point. So it's all up to the Necromancer now. If he can kill this Warrior of Minas Tirith, that will get the break.
I'm going to shield.
5's good. 2 attacks. Just a 4. So the Necromancer's pushed back, loses a point of will there, and the game continues. That this game is going to keep going. Alex has to be down to 4 models, but if those ring wraiths are slain, they still count as being on the table. Very, very interesting change there. And at the end of the turn, this Warrior of Minas Tirith destroys this supply token, meaning it's 2 supplies all at this stage, but Al does have the banner, so if it ends right now at the end of this turn, it'll be a victory to the Gondorians. So priority has gone to Gondor, and there's a very important resurrection roll here. Alex, can the Witch King come back?
It's a 3+ now. He's
A
live.
3. He will come back, and where's he going to drop? So Alex, you've called a heroic move with the Lingering Shadow's last point of might. That is your last point of might on the board. Where's he going to move?
We're going to have this funky lad just go and sit here. He comes around, charges these 2 heroes. I have to do courage tests for all of them. So Lingering Shadow passes, and the Witch King passes. And now I have to hope that the Ranger both doesn't charge, and the heroic combat that might come from Boromir doesn't go off.
It's something, though. In Al's move here, a lot of these guys in the backfield failed courage test, but the Necromancer is tied up. That spider is free. That means if the spider fails its courage test, Alex will be courted. But down here, there is one other important courage test to make. This Ranger is trying to charge the Lingering Shadow. He has failed, so he just stays there, not charging the Lingering Shadow. All right, there's no shooting this turn, so I think we've got a very, very important courage test here with this spider.
Okay, this spider needs to stay on the board, otherwise, well, the game's gonna end probably no matter what, but spider!
Spider has stayed on the board. Where's he gonna go?
So, I've had some thinks. Me thinks I actually charge here, get the break, and then I don't know if this guy, 1, 2, 3, can't charge Necromancer, and then I get some spells to try and stop him.
So Al, what are you doing here with Boromir?
I'm using my last point of might to call a heroic combat because I need to take out the Witch King and then go stop the Lingering Shadow from destroying my last supply.
All right, Alex, set the bar with the Witch King.
Only 2 dice. I'm on a 6 though.
Oh.
It's coming down to a lot of attacks though.
So I'm out of might, but Boromir is on the blue. I'm on the 6.
There is a 6 there. And can you get the kill? You just need a 5 with Boromir or a 5 with Faramir as well.
I do get the kill.
Just
On 1 dice.
So the Witch King comes out there, and a token is placed, and where are Boromir and Faramir going to go?
They're going straight into the Lingering Shadow.
Courage test, please.
Let's start with Faramir's because he's a bit lower courage, I believe. He's okay.
He's all good.
And then we'll do Boromir. He's
Also
okay.
all good. The next fight saw Kamul killing a Warrior of Minas Tirith, which means Alex has finally broken the Reclamation of Osgiliath. Huge. Alex has just won the fight against Boromir and Faramir with the Lingering Shadow. What are you going to do?
So he does have the shield. There's nothing else to go other than leader wounds. It's also the banner, so if I get insanely lucky, maybe I can try and kill him next turn. 6s, 1 wound
That
on
is a
Boromir.
wound on Boromir. That is, of course, a point, unless you can fade it.
I am going to spend my fate. I'll start with Boromir's own fate.
Passes it. And the Necromancer and Spider killed another Warrior of Minas Tirith, meaning the Necromancer's down to 2 points of will going into next turn. This game just doesn't end. Priority this turn went to Alex, but Faramir is broken, so Al, what does that mean he gets?
So once my force is broken, Faramir actually gets to call a free heroic resolve every turn. So I'm going to do that, and that's hopefully going to keep my guys around so I can still control the game.
And he also gets reroll all failed wounds, is that correct?
He does, yeah. He also gets to reroll all failed wounds, which is handy.
So he is a bit of a beast. And we have an Unholy Resurrection roll. This is a very important roll. Because he's too far away from the Necromancer, that means that on the roll of a 1 or 2, the Witch King will be permanently dead, which will quarter Alex, which will mean the game will be over. So let's see it.
I don't think I know anymore whether I want the game to end or not, so let's just roll it. And I'm alive on a 3.
The game is not ending.
No.
The Witch King's coming back. Here we are at the end of the move phase. A lot has happened here. Faramir's Heroic Resolve was massive because Alex charged in with those wraiths into both Faramir and Boromir. If he didn't have that free Heroic Resolve, it'd be a completely different game right now, but the rest of the warriors just charged in. Now, elsewhere on the battlefield, several warriors of Minas Tirith ran away in the backfield, and very importantly, this spider is fighting this warrior of Minas Tirith. If he can kill him, then there's no threat on that objective. That spider does have 1 wound left though, so it's up to Al if he wants to strike blows to try to end the game and kill it, or if he wants to try to stay alive to get to that objective. Alex still has the 5 models, 1 of them needs to permanently die, and it's a tall ask. There's no heroics this turn because there's no might left on the table, so let's just get straight into the fights. All right, here we go. Massive fight here. Spider fighting a warrior of Minas Tirith. Spider has lower fight.
Set the bar for me.
You got my 2 dice. It's a 6.
six.
Big in
That's
every
good.
Need a 6.
No.
Oh no!
Okay.
5s to wound, rerolling 1s. I think that's how it works. No kill.
No kill. But still a very, very big deal that the game is most likely or it's definitely going to next turn now. The first fight in the Wraiths saw the Witch King getting reduced to a pile of rubble, so he's got a resurrection roll next turn. The Lingering Shadow went down next. This is a big deal because it's 3's for them to come back. This might be ending the game. The fight with Khamul went differently though. He managed to put 2 wounds on Boromir. You've got 4 fate in total because you can borrow 1 from Faramir. You just have to spend them to avoid losing VPs here.
I do. I'm going to use 1 on each hero. So 1 on Faramir, 1 on Boromir to start with. And I'll pass them both.
Priority for this turn went to the evil side, but we have the resurrection rolls. If you fail one of these, it's all over.
Yep.
Not immediately. We'll play the rest of the turn. So who do you want to start on?
I don't remember which was there. Lingering Shadow was there, I think.
Yeah.
Witch
Cool.
King was in the middle.
Let's do Lingering Shadow first, because why not? 3+. Hit it.
He's
He'll
still
resurrect.
standing.
Better than you ever did.
Feeling like a true survivor.
We'll go there.
Feeling like a little...
Witch King. It's his job.
Comes back as well, so the game is not over. Huge.
So they've engaged all around Boromir, trying to set Khamul up to go in again and wound him, maybe even kill him, which will get rid of his leader and his banner. Meanwhile, back on my own objective, we've had the Necromancer pass his courage chest, keep the spider around, who's gone to charge the 1 Gondorian, and the Necromancer's just standing centrally. Hopefully the spider can get rid of the Gondorian, and then I can commit my last will point maybe to a chill soul on Boromir.
So because Faramir is calling a heroic resolve every turn, no one's going to flee in that area for the time being. Although I do have to take courage checks to charge the ring race, and I actually failed a fair few of those, so I wasn't able to get anyone in to help Boromir in his fight.
All right, the first fight is this Warrior of Gondor fighting against the spider. It's on 1 wound. Killing it will quarter Alex and mean that this is the last turn. Let's see it.
You want to start it? You're going to...
I'll set the bar this time.
1 dice.
It's a 3.
4. I'll take it. 1 wound. Come on. He gets it on a
Kills it.
6.
That'll do it. Take him out.
6. Thank you, Harry.
And the first fight is Boromir fighting Khamul. Alex has chose this one first because he has priority, and it's going to keep Boromir trapped. This could kill him.
Set the bar for me.
All right. This is
Gets
Khamul
the 6
fighting.
again. Boromir. Oh, he gets it.
Boromir wins the fight.
5s to wound. I'll back away.
He doesn't
Don't
get it.
die. Okay. Doesn't get it.
Stiff.
So the Witch King goes down. Priority this turn went to the Forces of Gondor, but we have a resurrection roll first.
The Witch King in there needs another 3+. He's on a 2.
All right.
It will die.
The Witch King is permanently slain. That means that Alex is quartered. This is the final turn of the game.
Okay. My Lingering Shadow technically does get to do his movement. I think I'm fine with where he is right now. I may move up slightly just so you can't get both of them into me.
As this is going to be the last turn, all I needed to do was stop them getting on the objective. So I charged with Boromir, Faramir, and whoever else could pass their courage check. So my goal is to pretty much just keep them off the last supply.
The first fight saw Faramir slaying Khamul. Faramir could reroll failed wounds thanks to his special rule, and it's doing work for him. And with both of them slain, doesn't matter. Alex is finally properly courted. The game is over. And here is the board at the end of the game. The final score is 7 points to Alex. He's gotten 3 points for each of the supply markers he destroyed and 1 for breaking Al. While Al has destroyed 2 of those supply markers, broken Alex, and it's all come down to Boromir having his banner for another 4 points. Final score of 7 to 11.
Taking the banner on Boromir is insane value. You're already getting double the range on it, but just having it on a big, strong hero that doesn't go down for the whole game means it's pretty easy to score those VP by just having Boromir stick around till the end of the game. I think that really helped me out because otherwise I don't know what I would have done against those Ring Wraiths.
Look, there wasn't some great moments during that game. Really, really tough. There were some small glimmers of hope. I thought I'd have a couple more chances to break out earlier, maybe get maybe get Boromir to die there. Didn't turn out. A very, very close loss. I'll take it.
And that is the battle report. Thank you for watching. This one was a bit of a longer video, and tell me what you think. Do you like the longer format, or do you want me to keep them nice and short? And if you like this video, you want to support the channel and get some incredible terrain at the same time, then please check out the links in the description down below to our Patreon page for the ruins of Raven Peak and the borderlands of Tor Ithalas. All right, until next time, this has been Conquest Creations. Have a good one.